Everyone. Today's class is about the meeting of a company, a short description about the meeting of a company. As we know that company is an artificial person created by the Companies Act. Being an artificial person, the functions or the administration of the company is done by the directors. So the meeting of a company is important in the case of administration of the company. Now, the company meeting, that is the meeting of can be defined as a lawful association or assembly of two or more persons by previous notice for transacting some business. But the meeting must be validly summoned and convened. Such gathering of members of companies are known as company meetings. The decisions are often taken in the meeting, which is a formal discourse between the administration of the company who discuss the affairs and business of the company. And depending upon the importance of the company meeting and the type of decision taken in the company meeting can be broadly classified into four kinds. 1. The meeting of board of directors and their committees. And 2. The meeting of the shareholders. And 3. The meeting of debenture holders. 4. The meeting of the creditors. 1. The meeting of the directors. Meeting of the directors are called board meetings. The most important as well as the most frequently held meeting of the company is the meeting of the directors. Only at these meetings all the important matters related to the company and its policies are discussed and decided. The individuals at the highest level of management are responsible for the function of the company. These high level members of the company are called directors. Collectively, all the directors as a group or supreme acting authority of the company are called board of directors. The board of directors can be called as the brain of the company. They are responsible for taking all the big decisions and making policy changes, because the administration of the company lies in the hands of the board. So it should meet frequently for the proper conduct of the business of the company. The decisions are taken in special meeting of the members of the board hold together called board meeting. In short, we can say that the meeting of the board of directors are called the board meetings. And 2. The meeting of the shareholders. The meeting of the shareholders, according to the type of decision taken in that meeting, according to the type of meeting can be held, that can be classified into 4 types. That is A. Statutory meeting, B. Annual general meeting, and C. Extraordinary general meeting and class meeting. Statutory meeting. This is the first meeting of the shareholders conducted after the commencement of the business of the public company. Companies Act provides that every public company limited by shares or limited by guarantee or having share capital should hold a meeting of the shareholders within 6 months, but not earlier than 1 month from the date of commencement of business of the company. The statutory meeting is the first general meeting of the company. It is conducted only once in the lifetime of the company. A private company or a public company having no share capital need not conduct a statutory meeting. In short, we can say that, as the name suggests, that it is a statutory meeting. That is the statute, that the Companies Act provides that it is to be conducted within 6 months but not earlier than 1 month after the commencement of business of the company. Next, B. Annual general meeting. The annual general meeting is one of the most important meeting of a company. It is usually held once in a year. As the name suggests, the meeting is to be held annually to transact the ordinary business of the company. It should be conducted by both private and public limited companies, whether it is limited by shares or by guarantee having or not having a share capital. That is, in short, we can say that annual general meeting is to be held once in a year to transact the ordinary business of the company. And C. Extraordinary general meeting. Statutory meeting and annual general meeting are called ordinary meetings of the company. All other meetings other than these two are called extraordinary general meeting. That means, as the name suggests, these meetings are convened to deal with all the extraordinary matters which fall outside the usual business of the annual general meeting. That is, extraordinary general meetings are generally called for transacting some urgent or special business which cannot be postponed till the next annual general meeting. Every business transacted at these meetings is called special business. In short, we can say that extraordinary general meetings is a meeting when an urgent or special business is to be done and to take a decision, and then an extraordinary general meeting can be convened. The persons are authorized to convene the extraordinary general meeting are the board of directors, the requisitionists, the National Company Law Tribunal, any director or any two members. Class meeting. D. The class meeting are those meetings which are held by the shareholders of a particular class of shares, like preference shareholders or debenture holders. Class meetings are generally conducted when it is proposed to alter, vary, or affect the rights of a particular class of shareholders. Then they will conduct a meeting of their particular class. Thus, for effecting such changes, it is necessary that a separate meeting of the holders of the shares is to be held, and the matter is to be approved at the meeting by special resolution. That means before that they have to take a separate meeting, and that is to be approved in a special resolution. Requisites of a valid meeting. That is, every meeting is not properly conducted that will not become a valid meeting. So the requisites of a valid meeting are so many types. The requisites of a valid meeting, that is, every meeting must be conducted validly. So the meeting must be properly conducted, and the meeting must be conducted by authorized persons, and the meeting must be with proper and adequate notice, and the meeting must be legally constituted, and the meeting must have a chairperson, and the meeting must follow the rules of quorum, and the meeting must be for a validly transacted business. The debenture holders of a particular class conduct this meeting. They are generally conducted when the company wants to vary the terms of security, or to modify their rights, or to vary the rate of interest payable, etc. The rules and regulations regarding holding of the meetings of the debenture holders are either entered in the trust deed or endorsed on the debenture bond, so that they are binding upon the holders of the debentures and upon the company also. 4. The meeting of the creditors. They are held as the company proposes to make a scheme of arrangement with its creditors. The companies, like individuals, may sometimes find it necessary to compromise or to make arrangement with their creditors. In these circumstances, a meeting of the creditors is necessary. Strictly speaking, these are not the meeting of a company. They are the meeting of the creditors. In short, we can conclude the meeting of a company in one slide. That is, the kinds of meeting can be summarized as like this. The meeting can be broadly classified into 3 categories, that is, meeting of directors, meeting of members, and meeting of creditors. And the meeting of directors can be again classified into 2: board meeting, meeting of the subcommittee of directors, and the meeting of members can be broadly classified into 4 types, that is, statutory meeting, annual general meeting, extraordinary general meeting, and class meeting. And next, the creditors. The meeting of the creditors can be divided into 2 types, that is, meeting of the debenture holders, meeting of the creditors. Thank you.